I'd like to show you some lifts you can do that you can work on your coordination and strength doing throws even when you don't have a partner. But first, I'm going to show you some proper gripping skills so you don't hurt your hands. So when I grab my opponent's gi, I actually want to make a hooking motion, not a fist shape, because here is not as strong as making the hook, because the hook is connected to the structure of my arm rather than just the muscles of my hand. The good thing about that is, if I make a fist, it's not always not as strong, but it's more susceptible to getting caught in the cloth of the fabric and damaging the ligaments of your hand. So by having a hold, only making a fist motion, it kind of holds you back because it's only limited on the muscles of your hand, when we really need to rely on our skeletal structure to be able to move our opponent around and not injure our fingers. So by hooking our opponent's gi, we can actually connect it to our actual body weight. So as you can see, if you look at the back of the hand, we want to engage everything that's attached to our elbow and furthermore to our shoulder, so we can use our weight to control our opponent. Similarly, we use the same hooking motion when we grab someone's sleeve. We can use the thumb to keep the cloth in the hook, but we never make a fist. So this hooking motion does have some limitations to it, because if our opponent moves and removes the cloth from that hook, it can come free. So the thumb still has an important job of actually keeping the cloth in the hook, but not actually gripping it itself. So this is just to hold on, but when we're ready to actually lift our opponent, we scoop under, and this is the motion we're going to use for these lifts. This simulates the kind of motion that you need for such hip throws like raigoshi or ogoshi, or even sometimes uchikomi. So notice how I make sure I step under the weight I need to pick up. I pull it across my hips. One hand lifts and one hand pulls across and turns. Start off slow with a heavier weight and work faster with lighter weights. For hip throws, I recommend have the pulley down low, so you actually have to lift up and get the full turn and rotation. Make sure you take your time and put your feet in the right place. So this is more for envision a seoi. Notice how my gripping, I'm scooping so I can get the lift for something like morotegari. Similarly, I still step underneath, but I'm more trying to load it up on my shoulder and get the turn. Start off slow for heavier weights, lighter for faster times. Make sure you're away from the weight just enough so you don't smash the weights. Notice that this gives me the opportunity to actually put a full lean into my throat. A lot of times when we practice our uchikomis, we don't put all our weight in there, which gives us a bad habit of stopping in the middle, which we absolutely don't need. So when you want to work some foot sweeps or kazushi trips, start with the weight up top. Make sure I can do a straight tricep extension without straining anything. And then work on, envision two legs underneath the gi that's on the weights. Always imagine the two legs there and how you're going to get underneath them. I pull down, I snap, and then I trip. This is something for kosotokai. Make sure you turn your foot and hit your opponent with the bottom of the foot. So now I'm going to envision a little bit of setup before my throw. I'm going to snap, and then go into the throw, or I'll snap, a foot sweep, and then lastly, to develop the core strength that we need for a good base, we're just working some gi reps on the back machine. Make sure you turn your head to simulate the motion that you need to lift your opponent and pass them clearly onto the ground.